What is up? What's going on? How you doing, Hank? Thanks for hopping on here, man. let's talk it up, man. We got a lot to talk about right now. I know that there's no fights this week, so that kind of gives us some time to go over a little bit of everything, right? I mean, we got three pay-per-views, pretty good ones coming up, all back to back to back. So I'm excited, and then we have a fight night next weekend, which seems like a very interesting main event. I know at the Apex this past weekend, we had Bohayo versus Jared Cannonier. That was a good fight. That was a pretty good Apex card. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I like when the UFC puts together a solid Apex main event. So, Burns versus Brady. I think it's an interesting one. So, but I'm going to put a poll up here. I want to see where everyone's head is at right now in terms of 306. So let's see. Let me put this up real quick. All right, there you go. I want to know who you guys are leaning towards right now in this. I know some of you have commented on the video, but what's up, Craze? What's up, Colstrom? What's up, Chad? What's up, Rocco? And also want to give a special shout out to we got Lane. We have Aaron is now a member, and then we have someone else. It's their username, and it's not their name. So let me pull them up because I want to give them a shout out as well. So I created some fun emojis to use if you're a member. So let me see who this person is again. Their username, I believe it starts with a T. So want to give them a proper shout out. Let's see. Trifer97. So I appreciate you, man. Appreciate everybody. Used to hate Bilal, but the way the UFC is treating him, I want him to be the champ until he's 85. Yeah, I said that, or I saw that. I saw that Shavkat said that he turned down a fight, but I'm like, he was injured though. He was cut from that Leon Edwards elbow, I think, across the nose, right? So he said that he wasn't going to be ready until December, I think, right? So I don't know why they would even offer him the fight at 307 if he's not ready to go, if he had a cut or he's injured. Manuel Torres would get the job done. I'm excited for that fight. Torres and Bahamondes, right? I'm excited for that one. That'll be a good fight. What's up, Fight Milk? John Jones, the first ever disputed UFC champion. He's making history. I know, man. I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, look, if he wasn't the champion and he just wants entertaining fights and you want to pick and choose your opponents, that's fine. But like, you have a belt, dude. You have a belt and there's an interim champion who's defended the belt more than you have in that division. So I don't know. It's ridiculous. The whole thing's ridiculous. John Jones versus Tom Aspinall is the fight to make. There's no question about that. Sean smokes Merab like Merab could surprise us, but Sean has more tools at his disposal. That's exactly how I feel, which, by the way, if you guys have not seen my prediction video, I put that out. It was my most recent upload. They really want Bilal to lose. I mean, it feels that way whenever you're asking a guy who you know is compromised and you're asking him, hey, you want to step in and fight at UFC 307? And he's like, I'm not going to be ready until probably the end of the year because I think he got a cut. Wanted a cut from the Leon Edwards elbow. So, the UFC does this, man. They strategically, remember what they did to Aljo? They did the same thing to Aljo. Exactly. They did the same thing to Aljo. You hope Dana is 98 on his 11th hour and Bilal's still champ. What's up, Fire? How you doing, man? I'm doing good. Yeah, like I said, I'm excited to see. I think Bilal said he wants to be active. I like when we have an active champion because, look, the era that we're going to look back on and really appreciate was Izzy, Volkanovski, and Usman. Those guys were fighting all the time, dude. Usman was a pretty active champ. But Volk and Izzy, they were fighting like every other month. You know what I mean? So whether the fight was entertaining on Izzy's end or not, like whether his fights were that entertaining, like you could argue that. But you can't take away from the fact that he still was, putting it all on the line every time. So, and willing to go in there and consistently, defend the title. Who wins, Beneil Dariush or Paddy Pimblett? I think Pimblett can beat him because I don't think Dariush is that dangerous on the feet, and Paddy Pimblett's best asset is his grappling, and he's got really, 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 really good jiu-jitsu, I think. I think Paddy Pimblett has really good grappling overall. You'll be shocked if Bilal beats Shavkat. I won't be shocked at all. I'll probably pick Bilal to win that fight. Look, Shavkat's dangerous, but I don't know. He's a finisher, which is the crazy part. He's going to have to finish Bilal. I don't think he wins over the course of 5 rounds. So I think that if Shavkat can find a finish, of course he's going to win. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I would pick Bilal to beat Shavkat. Hattie reminds you a lot of Drakus. Have a feeling he will succeed. That's not a bad comparison. Kind of like a little like he's a physical guy for the weight class. You know, kind of has some gaps where you're like, how the fuck does that work? You know what I mean? And then and he makes it work. So I understand what you mean there. You think Shavkat's submission threat is too much for Bilal? I mean, if Bilal's going to try to grapple the whole time, that does cause some issues because, you know, that's going to give Shavkat an opportunity to try to lock up a sub or something. But I don't know, man. I think Bilal's pace and pressure could be an issue. I really do. Yeah, if he could get through Shavkat, he's going to be hard to beat, man. He's going to be hard to beat. Who wins, Sergey Spivak or Jalton Almeida? That's an interesting fight. I actually like that matchup because they both have good submissions, but I would probably say Almeida. I think Almeida is better overall. John Jones would rather beat his wife than fight Aspinall. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with John Jones. Bilal has good boxing, great wrestling, and he never gets tired. You got him over Shavkat. That's how I feel, man. I feel like Bilal's pace, the way he's going to mix everything together, I think it would be a problem. I think it'll be a problem for his opponents moving forward. Because look, if you know anyone, you know, at the beginning of a fight has a chance, but the minute you start to fatigue, the minute you start to get tired, the longer the fight plays out. If you haven't been in those positions, you know, that's a great place for Bilal to take the fight. I think if the longer he drags it out, the more it's gonna favor Bilal for sure. I think Bilal wins. I think he wins a decision. I think Shavkat comes out fast. I think he has some moments, some success on the feet here and there. Tries to lock up some submissions. Bilal gets out of them. I don't know. I feel like he's hard to sub too. Bilal is good cardio, but he's not really a finisher. So I think Shavkat would sub him in the later rounds. That's a possibility. That's a good point. That's a good point. Hot take: if Bilal gets Shavkat on the ground, he's not getting up. I think he can get up. I think he's just going to wear on him, though. How far do I think Jack Jenkins can go in the featherweight division? I think he'll definitely, get a ranking at some point. Maybe middle of the pack in the rankings. I mean, you've seen how far JDM's went, and I think Jack Jenkins and JDM are a little bit similar. JDM has better boxing, but I think Jack Jenkins' fight's kind of similar. He's got some decent kicks. He's got decent boxing. I think he's a good fighter. And his ground game, you saw against Herbert Burns. Herbert's got good jiu-jitsu, and he was able to stay safe there. So, yeah, I think he can do all right, Jack Jenkins. I don't think he's a world champion or anything, but I think that he's, maybe find himself in a contender situation. Jack Jenkins versus Marion Santos. That'd be fun. I don't know if they're going to give Marion a guy like that right off the bat, though. You know what I mean? I like Santos. I think he's good. I think he's a good fighter. I think they're going to give him not a slow build, but I think that they're going to try to give him a couple layups first before they give him a fight like that. What's up, SKR? Am I enjoying the new episodes of Dana's rant defending Jones and glazing him? Yeah, he's definitely interesting for sure. I don't understand Dana and this whole defending John Jones thing. Like, I don't get it. It's so weird to me. It's very strange. Very strange. Zalal versus Nate the Train. I'm not opposed to that. Nate the Train, it's been, or he fought a couple months back, I think, right? And the thing about Nate the Train, it's going to be hard for him to get a quick turnaround because he always takes a fuck ton of damage, you know? What's up, Big Meaty Hooks? John has to have something on him. It feels that way. It definitely feels that way. It's got to be illegal how much Dana is glazing Jones. It's fucking weird. But for a second, I have a tier list that I made. So you guys know that I like to have fun, right? I have fun on the channel. But I made a tier list video that is straight humor. And if you guys like this idea, I'll drop it today. So the idea is, it's called I already have it made and ready to post. So it's not like someone's going to steal this idea. So I'm airing it out right here. It is called, it's called the Heinous Anus Tier List. All right. And this tier list is, if you said, Jake, we need you to expose who the gassiest and smelliest fighters are in the UFC. Who are they? And I air it out. I give you my takes. We're going after UFC executives. We're going after fighters on the roster in a fun way, right? It's none of it's none of it's personal. Dude, I honestly think maybe it's just me, right? I thought of this idea because I'm like, look, heavyweights are like, they have to be like, they always show Tai Tuivasa eating. They always show Derek Lewis eating. DC's eating on the broadcast. I'm like, these dudes have to be ripping ass, man. You know what I mean? So I called it the Heinous Anus Tier List. And what I do is if it does well, I'll do a part 2. But everything I make is like serious. Like I'm trying to add in some humor. I feel like this video is the funniest, one of the funniest tier lists I've seen, you know, and I've seen quite a few of them. So if you guys think it's a good idea, if you guys want it, man, I'm going to drop it. I'll drop it today at some point. So it's the hardest I've laughed, because those of you that watch my stuff know that like I laugh a little bit. I'm laughing like almost the whole time throughout the video because it's just that fucking funny. So in my opinion, I mean, I'm biased because it's my stuff, but I don't know. You guys want it? All right. Yeah. I'll put it out today. What's up, Cannabis Quarter? How you doing? Protez versus MVP. I saw that. I don't know, man. MVP is a hard fight if you're just standing in front of him. I think MVP could beat Protez. I don't know. And I like Protez. That's not a fight I want for Protez just yet. You know? I don't know. John Jones has a video of Dana White doing what Bieber was doing to Odell. Oh, man. What's up, Tehran? How you doing? Yeah, Dana disposing a body. Yeah, maybe he did. Yeah. Who wins, Joel Alvarez or Dustin Poole? That would break my heart, man. But I think Joel Alvarez could beat him. I do. If he could make the weight, you know what I mean? That's always the question. I think Poirier could outland him. The issue is Poirier's kryptonite is that Oliveira type of guy, a guy that can move forward, is kind of tall and lanky, but can hurt you on the feet and then sub you, because Joe Alvarez has really, really, really good subs. And that seems to be Poirier's kryptonite. But again, I don't know. It's DP. The Heinous Anus Tier List. That's what it's called, man. Apparently, Dana White said Charles Oliveira. Yeah, that's what I'm calling it. It's called the Heinous Anus Tier List. Apparently, Dana White said Charles Oliveira, Volkanovski, Connor are going to have fights announced soon. Yeah, I saw that too. Hopefully we get that that'd be great if they did it like tonight or tomorrow, because we don't have any fights this week. So that would be like the talk of the weekend, you know? This would be a great time to do it, in my opinion. Dana smells like shit. Yeah, I have, the categories are funny. So we have the S tier, which is like, you fucking stink, evacuation. And then like, you'll see. I think it's a creative, fun video, you know? I think it's definitely, definitely different, you know, but fun. That was the point of it. I was just trying to be fun and funny. Rumor has it Ilya is out of the fight with Max. Where the fuck did you hear that? I didn't hear that anywhere. I don't think that's true. DC smells like dog shit. Protez versus Chaos should be next. That's the fight that I want next. I think that's a great fight. I think that Protez versus Chaos is a good step up. I like that fight. Would be funny if Ilya waited 8 entire months to defend his belt only to pull out. That would be wild, man. That would be wild. You agree with everyone that Jones should fight Aspinall? I do not agree with all this hate. I guess I'm just here for the fights, not name calling. Yeah, look, the narrative of John is like has no shot against Aspinall. I don't agree. I think that John, if he could drag the fight out past the first round, I think he could beat Tom. It's just John is so, like, despite all the bullshit, John is an outstanding fighter. When he actually is dedicated, he's like, focused, whatever. John's one of the best. The issue is what's given John issues in the past is guys with good footwork and good boxing. And that's what Aspinall has. I think John is better than Aspinall everywhere except for the boxing. And at heavyweight, that's a fucking problem because if you get touched, you're getting knocked the hell out. So I don't know. I really think I would probably go, I could see it being a pick'em fight. I think it should be a pick'em, honestly. But John is a little bit older. Tom's a little younger, and Tom's like a real heavyweight. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Oliveira, Hooker, Volkanovski, Gaethje. I don't want to see Volk fight Gaethje. But I like Oliveira versus Hooker. What's up, Deanie? How you doing? What's up, Matt? How you doing, man? What's up, David? You think we can all agree at this point that Aspinall beats Jones? I mean, I would pick Aspinall to win. I'm just saying, like, everyone acting like John doesn't have a chance. Like, I don't think that that's fair. I think John definitely has a chance. You think people are getting overboard saying Tom steamrolls Jones, but I think the fight's being competitive. I feel the same way. Man. Well, so Chad, the thing is with Ilya, when the guy first wins the belt, we usually see them take a little bit of time. And they were trying to book him earlier, but they ended up moving him to Abu Dhabi. He was supposed to, him and Holloway were supposed to be the Sphere when they moved him back, I think. So I don't know how much of that's Ilya's fault. Because whenever you win the belt, I'm fine with a guy taking some time. Like, these dudes have worked their whole life to get the belt, and it's like you take a few months here and there, whatever. But also, I think the UFC is also, sometimes they struggle to turn around guys quick enough as well. What's up, Tom? How you doing? What's up, Aqua? Sean having 85% of the bets placed and being an underdog still is top 10. The odds makers are casual Mogans. Dude, I cannot believe that O'Malley is the underdog. Now, mark my words. The odds are going to shift before the fight, like on fight week, the odds are going to shift. Do you remember Izzy versus DDP? Izzy was the favorite. And then as we got like a couple days out from the fight, it went to a pick'em. I think that might happen with this fight. I'm fine with O'Malley being an underdog because, if your boy decides to go that route, man, I think O'Malley can get it done. I really do. Does Hernandez beat Pereira? Fluffy beating Michelle. Yeah, I think so. As long as he can take him down. Yeah, I think Fluffy wins. John looks slow against Gone. He did look kind of slow, but then when Gone threw that shot, the way John slipped, dude, people missed that detail. The way he was like, whoop, and slipped right off the center line and took him down. That was pretty sweet. What's up, Cold Heart? I'm smoking tea bags and printing paper while watching this. Lighten up a tea bag, man. That's different. Bilal wants a 4th month turnaround. Good for him. That's what I'm saying, dude. Listen, look, I want to say this because you guys keep bringing up this Bilal and Ilya stuff. Look, I don't care who the fuck the fighter is. I don't give a shit. There's fighters that maybe there aren't my favorite. Like Jailton Almeida, not my favorite. Because why? I don't think he's mean. I just think that he doesn't look to finish fights, and that pisses me off. Colby Covington doesn't look to finish fights. Those guys piss me off. But I don't care what religion the fighter is. I don't care what country they're from. I don't care what they look like. I don't care if they're fat. I don't care if they're in great shape. I don't care. I like the sport of fighting. I critique and evaluate the fighters basically the same way, in my opinion. And what I think is going on in the community right now is a little bit of a disgrace. And that's why on my channel, I try to be as positive as I can. I try to be entertaining, right? You got to be entertaining. But I always want to be known as a guy in the space who's calling it like it is. And I want to address this now. Jon Jones absolutely has a chance against Tom Aspinall. He absolutely has a chance against him. He's not like, I think I would pick Aspinall, right? I'm not saying that I'm going to pick Jon. What I am saying is to say that Jon doesn't have a chance. That's ridiculous. Tom Aspinall after the first round gets tired and he slows down. You know what I mean? There's a path to victory for Jon in this fight. Secondly, is Sean Strickland my favorite human being? Probably not. Is Sean Strickland kind of an asshole? Yes. Like, we all kind of know that. But the people disrespecting Sean Strickland, the fighter, I'm not talking about the person, because the UFC is freedom of speech and everyone does their thing. When the cage door locks, that's what I look at. The fighter that we see in there. This narrative that Sean Strickland should not be in the conversation for a title shot is the most disgraceful fucking shit I'm hearing. This guy does not grapple at all. He is standing right in front of his opponents. He's standing right there, literally walking forward at you, pumping a jab and a teep, occasionally throwing a right hand, and everyone's complaining about it. Well, why doesn't someone do something about it? If Sean Strickland's so terrible and he's such a bad fighter and he's not world class like people are saying out there, then why is he winning fights? Why can't nobody knock him out? Why? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, I feel like it's important, whether you hate Jon Jones, whether you hate Tom Aspinall, whether you hate Sean Strickland, whether you hate Gilbert Burns or whoever, evaluate the fighters fairly. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? That's my rant. That's my rant for the day. That's my rant for the day. Ilya is going to destroy Max, not on a regular win. Anybody agree? Oh, wait, yeah. So they moved him to 308. I think that they were saying that he was supposed to be the Sphere. They moved it. But yeah, I don't know if he destroys Max, but it won't surprise me, man. Nothing's going to surprise me at this point. A video about Kai Cenat. How do you say his name? How do you say his last name? Senat? Who is that? I don't even know who that is. That's a streamer, isn't it? What's up, Joshua? How you doing, man? Looking back tapes, now my pick has changed. Sugar by TKO. Back then it was 50-50. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying, man. What's up, Frederick? You got Sean at 140. I pawned my family to get every last cent on him. Yeah, Strickland's the #1 contender. You know what I mean? I don't know that Merab's going to make Sean look silly, though. I think it's a good fight either way. I think that O'Malley can snipe him, honestly. He's a social media. Isn't he a streamer or something? Kai Cenat or Cenat or however you say his name. You think Pyfer knocks out Vettori? He could be. If anyone would be able to do it, I think it would be him. Ilya versus Max was supposed to headline 307, but they moved the fight to 308 because Islam got hurt, and so Spain can watch Ilya fight at a normal time. That's why they called Alex to save the 307 card. Yeah, that's true, because the time zone is about the same. I remember Topuria was talking about that, I think, in the interview that he did with MMA Junkie, or he did an interview recently, Topuria, and he was talking about that. Yeah, Merab has bad striking defense. Merab has bad striking defense. To be honest, everyone said the same thing about Jones fighting Gane coming off of a 3-year layoff. I'm never betting against Jon Jones. It seems, yeah. Look, I don't know. He's undefeated. You know what I mean? So my pick on Rob versus Hamzat. Um, Hamzat. I think I'm going to go Hamzat there. You think Beneil Dariush beats Patty because grappling will be on Beneil's side because there's no one who out-wrestled Beneil and Patty couldn't take down Jared Gordon. Beneil left hook for the W. What's up, Mimoso? You're from Spain? That's dope, man. I appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. The time zone thing. Yeah, because Topuria, I think most of his fights have been in the US, haven't they? I know he's fought on Fight Island, I think, before, but that'll be good that the fans that are like really behind him can I mean, I'm a Topuria fan, so it doesn't in that card usually in the US here for East Coast time, in that like 3 p.m. In the afternoon is normally when the main card starts for those Abu Dhabi cards and stuff. So I like that. I like having a card earlier, and especially when the UFC goes to different regions of the world, they should be on their time zone. Like when they went to the UK, that should have been on UK time. Like everyone else can adjust for that one weekend. You know what I mean? Like I think that's unfair. If you're going to go to someone now, how are you going to go to the UK and be like, we're bringing an event to you, but we're going to do it in the middle of the night? Like that's fucked up. Make it on their time, and everyone else can kind of I don't know. I think that's messed up. Do you know where Rafael Fiziev is at? I don't. Didn't he have an injury or something? Topuria's happy because we are going to watch his fight in a decent hour, just only 2 hours difference. What's up, David? Yeah, I'm excited. Look, Topuria's got a very big fan base. Guy's got like over 4 million followers on Instagram already. So, hey, I appreciate the $1, Frederick. Appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. The whole Ilya is an active narrative is stupid, considering the guy everyone wanted him to fight, being Max, had a fight 2 months after Ilya, and he said he wanted time off with his family too. Look, so what you're saying, Aqua, like I have always been an advocate for when a guy is training all of his life, all the blood, sweat, tears, whatever, the grind of finally getting to the mountaintop, winning the belt. You should be able to take some time and enjoy it. I'm not saying go out, and be gone for a year. But if you want to be out for 6, 7, 8 months, like I don't personally have a problem with that when it's a new champion. You know what I mean? Like the division can move on, or the UFC loves to do interim titles. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's fair for the guy to go celebrate. You know what I mean? You just like everything that you've been working for, you got it. And who knows, you could go out there and lose the belt the very next fight. And if you win the belt and then fight 2 months later and then lose it, and it's like they don't give you a rematch where you're like, fuck, I never even got to enjoy winning the title. You know what I mean? So, do I think Khalil versus Poatan goes longer than 2 rounds since Khalil is technically sound defensively? What's up, Secret Stash? I think it could possibly. I don't think it goes past 3 rounds. I know I initially said 2, but the thing is, Khalil is very explosive early, and then he gets tired. He slows down big time after the first round, and he is more technical, but he defensively, he's still very hittable. Dustin Jacoby was picking him apart. So Poatan, he picks his shots. He doesn't throw a lot of volume. He just kind of everything he throws is setting you up, is tagging you to the body to get you to bring your hands down, get you to over parry. I think it could be inside 2 rounds, but I don't think it goes past 3. Thank you, Brendan. I appreciate that, man. You think Ilya versus Max has fight of the night potential? Or fight of the year potential? Yeah, so do I. I think it's a great matchup. I think it's going to be like a tactical chess match in the beginning, and then eventually Topuria is going to start to open up, and then Holloway is going to have to open up. So, you think fans shouldn't be able to complain unless a champ is out for life, like 8 months plus? Yeah, I feel the same way. Jan was supposed to piece up Merab on the feet, but why didn't he? So if you watch my video, man, my recent video talking about O'Malley and Merab, Jan and O'Malley are totally different fighting styles. Jan is more of a Muay Thai guy where he relies on his boxing. He likes to sit in the pocket. He kind of stands in front of you and likes to move forward. O'Malley sits on the outside, utilizes a lot of footwork, movement, and he's just not there to be grabbed. That's the difference. That's a huge difference. A huge difference. Yeah, I think it's going to take a lot for it's going to take a crazy shot from Khalil to win. If Brady wins, do you think Ian Gary versus Brady would be interesting, or would you prefer Brady get a higher ranked opponent? Well, I mean, Gary's like 7, I think now. If Brady wins, I think he should get a top 5 guy. Is Burns top? I don't think Burns is top 5 anymore, right? You love when champions are super active, like Alexa Volk's. Damn, Alex and Volk. It is badass as well. Yes, I agree. It makes it more entertaining as well. At this point, Izzy versus Yuri is a banger. Personally, I wanted to see Hamzat versus Izzy for so long. Yeah, I don't know if we see Izzy versus Yuri, though, because I don't know. I feel like they got to give Izzy a layup. I think that's what they're going to try to do. Give him a very winnable fight. I don't know if O'Malley would piece Max up bad. He would definitely be faster. Ilya said that he could see Diego Lopez fighting for the title if he wins in a fashionable way against Ortega. What do I think about that possibility? I think that's an amazing fight. I think it's an amazing fight. Again, I've been really high on Ilya Topuria. So I personally think that he has the ability to be one of the greatest featherweights of all time. He's confident. He's got really good grappling that we don't get to see a lot of. He's got good submissions. He's got, I think, the best boxing. He's got crazy power. He's got good defense, despite there's people arguing me that he doesn't have good defense or good head movement. He has really good head movement. I don't know. I think Topuria is hard to beat. Very, very hard to beat. I love that fight, but I would pick Topuria. There's nobody I'm picking against Topuria. At 45, the only person I think that could give him the most trouble would oddly be Yair, because Yair Rodriguez's striking style and being long and fast and wiry, that seems to be the style that gives Ilya problems. The guys that got wild kicks and fast kicks that actually have some thud on them. Max throws kicks, but he doesn't kick hard. You know what I mean? What's up, Project Sun? How you doing? Jan's shell up and counter style was perfect for Merab in retrospect. Yeah, but he's in range, though. He's in range to be grabbed. That's the difference. So I don't know. I think Ilya would win. I think Ilya would win. Like I said, I'm trying to call it fair. Because I really like Topuria. I like watching him fight. I like watching Max fight. I don't know, man. It's hard for me to pick against Topuria right now. And look, those of you that so fun fact, all right. Everyone's been throwing around the Topuria boxing thing. If you search Ilya Topuria boxing, I believe I have one of the top videos that would come up. It has like 3.5 thousand views, I think. And it was a while ago, I broke down Ilya's boxing skills. And I said, this guy is going to be he's going to destroy Volk, basically. I'm like, this is a bad matchup for him. And, I'm not, it's hard for me to pick against Topuria, man. So I'm just getting some text messages I'm trying to answer right now. I get people blow. So my friends use me, man. They're like, if you were betting, we know you're not, but who you picking for this card or that card? And I'm like, wait, watch my picks and predictions, man. And then also, if some of you play NCAA football 25 out there, because that's the other people talking shit out there saying that they're good at this game, and I've been whooping some fucking ass on that game. So if you want your ass whipped in NCAA 25, let me know, and we can make that happen. Topuria really likes to use body blow. So 100%. He basically fights like Canelo. He's even said that he models his game after Canelo. That's a dangerous boxing style. That's that high guard, moving forward, lots of like Topuria is like this. You see how my chin here, my martial arts lesson of the day. You see how my chin is tucked? So anytime you throw a shot, like people are like, oh, Volk's landing a jab, but what's it going to do? Because my chin is tucked. So you're basically hitting me in the forehead. The shots that hurt you are the shots that make your chin turn, or the shots that make you go like this. So unless you throw a knee up the middle or you throw a kick that gets around the side that makes my head snap, like what Jai Herbert did, it's very hard to hurt Topuria because he's like this. He's just so tucked and tight, and he's constantly moving like this. So he's halfway through a slip. So people think that like when a shot comes, you're like, and now you slip. It's like, well, that takes, Pereira does, that takes incredible reflexes. Topuria is like this. He's constantly swaying like Canelo. So now he's basically guessing and he's halfway through a slip. So whatever stuff happens, you're already moving. And that's what Topuria does. And he dips down and he rolls, and then he just counters and throws, you know, that hook to the body. He throws the hooks upstairs. That's what makes him so dangerous, is he's constantly looking for those openings. You know what I mean? So that's my little martial art lesson for the day. So I'm trying to expand my content as well. The more we grow, I have a lot of different ideas that I think are going to separate me from the other people in the space, where it's going to be a little bit more. I can do some videos like that as well. Okay, I'm behind here. Will I change my background if Max loses? No, man, because this is a UFC 300 poster. That was the main reason I got it. Was, yes, it has Max on it, but it's also a 300 poster, and it was in a historic event, so I liked it. But eventually, I'm going to be trying to reconfigure my setup, and I have some other things, some other fight stuff that I want in the background. So I would like to have a Topuria thing in here. I have a Poetan thing that I had in the background, but I had to move my setup because the internet connection wasn't good where I was. What's up, Robert? How you doing, man? Where is Yair? He should have been on the Sphere card. He should have been on the Sphere card. You're not doubting Max Topuria is open to straight shots when he opens up. I think Max will bait out the counter. Could be. Could be. He's got to be really careful, though. I belong in the 90s? What do you mean, man? How do I belong in the 90s? Ilya has great boxing on a more stationary target. When he starts chasing, he extends. That's the weakness in his game. That is true. That's true. But what I think he's going to do is he's going to implement those calf kicks, like what he did against Volkanovski, to try to neutralize Max to slow him down. Imagine if Yair goes to Dagestan. Yeah, that would be great. That'd be great. Because that's all he's missing is the grappling, really. Holy shit, it's Ilya. That's my Topuria. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I should box or train in Muay Thai kickboxing. I asked because I want to have really crisp boxing, but also nice kicks. Do both. Do both. Do a Muay Thai class and then do some boxing. It's good to be able to do both, because a lot of guys that are boxing heavy, they lack when it comes to the elbows, knees, and then the kicks. But then also the Muay Thai guys tend to lack at times with the boxing. So it's good to do both and then kind of morph your style a little bit. Can Loader enter the rankings in the middleweight division if he continues to fight the way he did against Valentin on the last card? Yeah, I think so. My vibe is 90s. I appreciate it, man. Max is a point fighter. He has to avoid Ilya's power for 25 minutes, and all Ilya needs is that shot, and it's game over. Yeah, look, Max can sit on some shots. The problem is if he sits on a shot, that means Topuria is sitting on a shot. And if Topuria's lands first, it's going to hurt a hell of a lot more than Max. And the difference is Topuria is going to go after the body. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think Max versus Ilya is close to a 50-50 fight. I just think that it's going to come down to game plan. What's up, John? Do I agree with Dana that John is pound for pound number one? No, I think it's Islam Makhachev right now. John hasn't been active. What's up, Raheem? Imagine fighting Ilya Topuria in a street fight. I need a baseball bat. Um, so should I train at a gym that has Muay Thai and boxing? Yeah, if they have both, that's great. So that way you don't have to go between two different gyms. But yeah, I mean, if you could start any of them, I mean, it really depends. I mean, I personally love boxing, and then you kind of learn how to check a kick, and then that changes things. But I mean, it's they're both really good, and they're both just very different. Who wins, JDM or Shavkat? I think Shavkat wins. You hope Tuivasa's in that video? You know he is, man. There's no way I could make that video without Tuivasa. Valentina and Grasso, I'm going to do a whole video on that actually, or part of a video on that. It's a great fight. It's a big title. It's a big trilogy. It's a big title fight. It's a great matchup. What's up, Trifer97? Thank you for becoming a member, man. I appreciate it. It helps out the channel a lot. I appreciate that. And I think you saw I dropped some new emojis. So, and once I think 3 more members get added, then it allows me to create even more emojis. It limits me to, I think, 5. And I already have a couple other ones made, and some of them are funny. So once we get there, I'll release those once YouTube allows me. You're rooting for Max, but wouldn't be surprised if Ilya, especially for my video on this fight. Yeah, man. Yeah, Max is not going to be pointing at the ground in this one, I don't think. But yeah, it's a great fight. Islam versus Topuria at 155. I think that this is the guy that could beat Islam. I don't think anyone else beats Islam. I think Topuria could be the guy to do it. Is Nate Diaz still my favorite fighter? Badass poster. I appreciate it, man. Oh, he's one of them. He's one of them. It was him and Nick are the ones that got me into the sport. I give old school vibes. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I just try to, people sell out, they switch up, they change their tone for more views, and I think it was Fight Milk. You said it. I'm paid in full, man. I'm taking the Poirier route. It may take me a little longer, but I'm building a channel that will have longevity, and I'm not making my money off of slandering fighters personally. I'm not attacking fighters personally. I'm not doing that kind of shit. I'll give my opinion. Like if I think Jamal Hill's being delusional, I don't have a problem being like, Jamal Hill's delusional. This is ridiculous. Like, come on, man. Like, just be like, move on, focus your attention. That's fine. But I'm not going to go personally after Jamal Hill. And, if I think he may or may not be a bad guy, or I don't know these fighters. You know what I mean? Their personalities, they're what they are. I'm never going to attack them personally. I think that's low. I think that's foul. And I just have the Mike Tyson thing. And, if you're going to say it to somebody, you should say it to their face. Don't tweet some crazy shit. Don't say some crazy shit in a video. And again, I am hoping to keep the line of communication open to where I can invite fighters onto my channel to do interviews, break down fights with them, go train with them and film content that way. So I'm trying to be a positive light in the community. Still speak my mind when it's necessary, but I'm not into the whole being a TMZ outlet and shitting on fighters personally, because I think that's kind of ridiculous. This is never how I've operated. Who wins, Arnold Allen versus Yair? I think Yair could get it done. That's a good fight, though. That's a good fight. What are the chances we see Ilya club and sub? I mean, that'd be wild if he was able. I mean, Holloway's been sub before, though. My take on Rose dominating Cortez, I saw it coming. She's just way more clean than Tracy. That was a big step up for Tracy. Mobzar versus Burrito. That's a great fight, but we got Mobzar versus Aljo right now. Topuria versus Habib. I think Habib beats him. The pressure is a little bit too crazy. Call you crazy, but John Silva beats Yair. I could see that. Yeah, when Nate said, you better hope you get that knockout. Someone will give a prediction. They're like, how do you beat Nate? And Nate's like, the guy will be like, I'm going to KO him in 2 rounds. And Nate's always like, you better KO him inside 2 rounds. You know what I mean? Chad, appreciate it, man. Welcome to the JG Army, man. The Army. I even got some camo on today. This is a good day. And I saw Aaron became a member as well. So now we have 4 members. And this is good stuff, man. So if you're a member, you get access to old content that I specifically made available for members, access to all of the not old live streams, but morning show and pre-fight lives are public. All the other ones that I do, those become members only. And then eventually I'm going to start doing some exclusive content that is going to be members only as well, as far as like in the gym training stuff. So I appreciate it. And I made it cheaper. It was, I think, $4.99, but now I understand the members thing. So I made it $2.99. I'm not trying to rob everybody of their fucking money. So all that money goes back into the channel to help make the channel better and all that kind of stuff. So I appreciate it, man. Thank you. There we go. The emojis. There, we got some emojis in here now, man. Yeah, I'm not into the toxicity, What's up, Entertain 45? We were wondering where we were, man. We were wondering where you were. Yesterday was a huge day for MMA media. Looks like the independents are winning the battle. Are you? What do you mean? What's the TL? Alexandre Topuria. Yes, David. I know exactly who that is. That's Topuria's brother. He's actually added on the UFC 308 card. He's outstanding to watch. Oh, no. On what timeline? What timeline are you talking about? But some of the content creators that I've been watching a lot of recently, Base Goddess, shout out to her. She's doing a good job. Base MMA is doing a good job as well. We got Crossover MMA. He's doing pretty good. We got Bad Math MMA, Brutally Honest. I think there's a couple other people out there that I've been watching. Those are the people that I've been watching. I try to keep my feed positive. You know what I mean? I'm trying to keep it positive. So I'm not looking for people that are attacking fighters personally. I don't like that. The minute you start doing that, forget it. I don't want anything to do with that. Can I become a member from my phone? I think you can. Let me grab you the link. I'll post the link in here real quick. Let me check this poll here. What are we doing in terms of the poll? Okay, we got 75% O'Malley. Okay, so that's not bad. Yeah, Kenny's I think I think Kenny does a decent job. He does a good job. I don't mind Kenny. He just is a little he overdoes it on the Adesanya stuff. That would be my only. I know it's his favorite fighter. I get it. I respect it, but he just overdoes that a little bit. So I just don't want to. I wouldn't want to make my whole personality about a fighter. So, but again, I think Kenny does a good job. He does his thing. Let me put this in here. Here is this is how to become a member. The link I just posted in here. And let me pin the message there. I just pinned it to the chat. That is the membership link. So that counts out most of the MMA YouTuber creators to collab with. Then there's some like MMA Guru does his thing. He's been in the game a long time. He's grinded his way to the top. He built something from the bottom. I liked Lucas Tracy. I liked him. I thought that he did a good job. A lot of him was just humor and trying to make things fun. So I understood what he was doing. But when you personally attack fighters and you say certain things about them and you go after you go after them personally, we won't ever be doing anything together. We won't ever be hanging out. We won't ever be friends, that kind of stuff. I train in the gyms, man. You know what I mean? And that kind of shit, it doesn't fucking fly. You know what I mean? And my thing is, look, you can critique and give your opinion and you can do that kind of stuff, but there's a line. You know what I mean? Like if I think John Jones is an asshole, I'm going to be like, John Jones is an asshole. And there's evidence out there of treating his wife badly. You can say that. And you could say that, but going after John Jones and being like he's that, he's this, he's that, like that's not for me, man. That's not for me, and I'm not into that. Attacking, Aljamain Sterling personally, or attacking Strickland personally, or attacking whoever. It's not my thing, man. These guys are fighters. They're all trying to make money at the end of the day, and it's not my thing. But yeah, I'm Joe Goldberg. Go touch some grass. Yeah, when he said that, go touch some grass, that was a tough one. But yeah, I'm basically, and then I'm also just trying to James Lynch. Shout out to James Lynch as well. I forget that James Lynch is like an MMA YouTuber because he's a media guy, and then Bedtime MMA as well. Bedtime MMA does a good job. Also, I forgot about him. Bedtime MMA. There's a lot of people, man. There's some out there that I'm just like, MMA Guru. He does his thing. Some stuff I like from MMA Guru. Some other stuff I'm like, okay, that's not for me. You're kind of going into that uncharted territory where I'm like, that's not my stuff. But other people I'm not mentioning because I don't. If I'm not mentioning you, man, I'm just do your thing. I just don't want to be a part of what you're doing. That's all. Yeah, I thought Lucas Tracy was doing a good job for sure. Yeah, the Chandler Kid video was kind of a wow, man. What it do? Gerber Crew. Hey, man, listen, today we got a video. We're going to be talking about what it do? Bedtime Crew. Hey, man, listen, today we're going to be talking about. I like Bedtime. He's a good one, too. Shout out to him. He does a good job, man. I like him. What are we doing, bro? What the fuck, bro? I look like JDM. Why do I look like Don't tell me it's the nose, man. Don't tell me it's the nose. But yeah, Chad, I know what you mean, man. People making fun of Chandler's kids or Cheeto's kid, that's fucked up. People do that. And you know who it is? It's always the people that don't put their name out there. They don't have their name out there. Like, I have my name. I don't have anything to hide. Like, I'm not hiding anything. And like, it's like, I'm responsible for what I say. These people have like fake names and fake this and fake that. So you don't know who the fuck they are. And then they say a lot of wild ass shit. So it feels like there's no consequence. But the guys that train, you see MMA, MMA Shea, however you pronounce that. He trains. So he'll say some things about fighters, but he doesn't cross the line to where it's an unnecessary, because there's a respect thing that knows that, if you were in the gym with that guy, would you fucking say that? You probably wouldn't. You know what I mean? I mean, I would, if I said something that, for example, say I said something about Sean Strickland and he was like, fuck you, I'm going to beat the shit out of you. I'd be like, can I film it for content? I'd go out there and spar Sean Strickland. 150% I would go out there and spar Sean Strickland. I'm not saying I would win. I'm just saying I would absolutely do it. As long as I can record the content, I would 1,000,000% do that. There's open invitation. If I ever say anything that a fighter, for whatever reason, it's that mean, which I don't think I say anything that's like that provoking of that kind. But if I said something that was that, like, for example, say I said, Strickland, you're an idiot, or I didn't like how you said this. And he's like, all right, come get your ass whipped. They'd be like, okay, look, let's set something up. I'll come in there as long as I can record the content, and then we can be cool after, and it's all good. Then fair enough. It's not for views. It's just like, look, it's You know, I just that's the kind of respect I have for fighters. You know what I mean? If you're willing to get in there and put yourself on the line to entertain, like, you know, I'll show, you know. For you guys. What's up, Bester? What do I think on John Boy? John's also bringing a lot of negative attention his way as well. Kyle Bahalo, I think he can do very well. I think he's going to probably get Adesanya next, is what it sounds like. A lot of the top creators never train. They can be easily replaced, in my opinion. Don't take advice from unhealthy doctors. I feel the same way about my analysts. That's how I feel, man. I feel that way as well. But again, so here's another thing as well. Could it be that some of these people, do you think that some people resort to that kind of stuff because they don't actually know the fight game that well? They don't understand the technicalities of the sport, and that's the content that they resort to, bashing people, tearing people down, creating negative stuff because it's like they don't know what else to talk about, maybe? I don't know. So, but yeah, also, so we have Aaron and Chad. You both have became members. I appreciate it, man. And then thank you, Frederick, for the $1 super chat, man. I appreciate that. I'm ending this poll so it stops popping up on my screen, but we get it. So 43 votes. We got 69%. That's funny, man. 69% O'Malley, 30% Merab. The Jones videos made you laugh. If you're being honest, it's just the weird kids videos that made Guru weird. Yeah, some of the stuff I'm like, all right, man. Like, don't be that desperate. It gets views, negativity. Yeah, that it's true. The negative stuff does draw people in. It does. These guys have their strengths, but they are more like prize fighter mentality compared to the martial artists, but both have their audience. Yeah, true. True. Yeah, the stuff like, look, when he went after John Jones, like John Jones he's a wild dude, man. He's done a lot of bad things. Like he's broken the law numerous times. He's done some very bad stuff. Jones could make MMA Guru his bottom. Yeah, and again, like I'm just the way I look at it is, man, I'm just trying to be in my lane and do my thing. This is what I'm doing. I don't want issues. I'm just doing my thing, you know. That's how I'm keeping it moving forward. Jones is a grown ass man. He can handle it. The others are different. John's almost 40, isn't he? 37. Yeah, for sure. Entertained. I agree. But yeah, you're right. That's what I said. The negativity, you know, if you rage and create a lot of negative stuff, or take advantage of specific audience, you know, like you know, I don't know. I'm not going to get into it. There's a lot of shit going on that I see. Dude, I'm not the most brilliant dude, but I got street smarts. I can understand what certain people are doing for specific reasons, and I've spotted it, and it's disgusting. So, but I'm not giving any of that any bit of energy, any bit of mind, and I'm just gonna keep doing my thing. You know, I'm gonna be fair to and call the sport like I see it. These Twitter dudes that be talking shit about fighters, kids, or cowards hiding behind fake names and profile pictures. Yeah, it's wild, man. I don't understand that. It says a lot about the MMA community. In my opinion, the creators are going to lean into what gets them views. Yeah, and that's, you know, you know, I try to create as positive content as I can that could get, you know, quite a bit of views, and then try to go off of that stuff without attacking people personally. You know what I mean? But again, teach its own. Just not for me. But we'll see, man. Did you guys see the full card for UFC 308? Card looks fucking crazy. Card looks absolutely crazy. Do I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate that project, son. Do I watch jiu-jitsu? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Alexandre Topuria's debut is going to be very exciting. I'm very excited for that. So, is 308 better than 300? It's up there. I don't know if it's better, but it's up there. Stipe could win. People sleeping on him. I think he could, but I don't think it's very likely. Do I like Gordon Ryan? I think he's very good. Yeah, Alessandro, I'm pretty sure is bantamweight. So that way, and he and his brother are in different weight classes. A lot of good prospects in the last few cards. 100%, man. The prospects. I said this, I think, the other day. I think the UFC right now has. I think I said, I said it in my Dark Horse video that I put out this week. The UFC doesn't have as many stars, I think, as it used to have, but it has a way deeper roster in terms of talent, in my opinion. Way deeper of a roster in terms of talent. 308 is so stacked for no reason. Slide one of those fights on a crummy fight night. Yeah, that's what dude, I'm telling you right now, I think that 308's fucking loaded from top to bottom. It's like a second UFC 300 for this year. Yeah, if Stipe beats John, his GOAT aura is over. I think so too. The main card for 308 is let me pull it up. Let's pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up right now. UFC 307 is good too. Let's see. Let's see if they have it built out on the UFC's website. They do. Kind of. They have it kind of. But here's what we're looking at right now. Let me share my screen. Okay. So this is what we have right now in terms of the oh no, wait. Let me go to Tapology because they probably have all the fights on there. Tapology's always on it. The UFC website's always fucking slacking with that. Let me see. They should have every fight on there. I think they have almost. Okay, so they have almost all of them. Almost. They don't have the Alessandre fight on there. So let's see. Here, I'll share my screen again. Okay. Get the wrinkles thing off there. Fucking ad. So we got Orlabai versus Rombetsky. That's a great fight. We got Aslan on there. That's a great fight. Abus Magomedov, Bruno Ferreira. That's a good fight. Jeff Neal, RDA. Marcos Rogerio de Lima. Is Kennedy and Zechku going up to heavyweight? Whoa. That's wild. Hanat versus Nursultan Ruzaboev. That's a good fight. And then the main card, we have Ankalaev versus Rakic. It's a great fight. Ige Murphy, very good fight. Volkov Gone 2. That's a good fight. Whitaker Chimaev, obviously. We've been all waiting for that one. And then the main event, Topuria Holloway. So really, really good card. I think it's a great card. So, yeah, top to bottom, great card. I thought that Alessandro Topuria is on the card. I just don't think that they updated that yet, or they're looking to add him. You wish they'd go ahead and book Justin versus Dustin 3. I hope they do that in Louisiana or something. That'd be fun for a big fight night or whatever, but they're going to selfishly put that on a pay-per-view. Orlabai is good. And he also tames and rides woolly mammoths in his spare time. What's up, BG? Are we thinking Nursultan is a flop, or can he come back in this fight? I think he can come back. It's a hard fight, but I think he's a good fighter. Yeah, I mean, Kennedy's long and rangy, but him going up to heavyweight, I don't know. I don't know. Those guys hit a lot harder. It is a great card. It is a great card, top to bottom. So, but I thought Topuria was brother was on that card. The mammoth taming wild. Yeah, he looks like was preserved over ice or something, like thousands and thousands of years, and then they just released him. They they had Orlabai at Area 51, and they let his ass out. He escaped. He's the only he's the only thing to escape Area 51. Chiseled out of ice. Yeah, yeah. He was in like one of those time capsules, frozen and preserved. He's 26. How the fuck is he 26? He looks old, man. He looks old. I'm so glad the UFC signed him. He's going to be headlining pay-per-views at some point. Like, just imagine the marketing scheme. Put Orlabai riding a woolly mammoth or something on the poster. Like you have, they have like the fighters squaring off. Fuck that. Whoever his opponent is, have the opponent and then have Orlabai riding a woolly mammoth with like a fucking sword or something. You know what I mean? With saber-toothed tigers and shit in the background. What is a grifter? What's a grifter? 26 is 56 in caveman year. Yeah. Ooga booga. You're rooting for Orlabai. Maybe that's how 26 years old looked during the Ice Age. I know, man. During the Ice Age times. His walkout song should be the song. His walkout song should be the song from Ice Age. All the way. Do 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 do. Send me on my way. Send me on my way. Oh. Saying you're a girl trying to use MMA to get money or something. BG, you're not a grifter. You're not a grifter. You're knowledgeable. You know what you're doing. Yeah, I don't want to hear any other nonsense about Orlabai. And his walkout needs to be Send Me On My Way or whatever that song's called. Send Me On My Way. Do, 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 do. From the fucking Ice Age movie. I'm telling you, that is not a normal human being, man. That guy he's exotic. He's a damn good fighter too. Him versus Ron Betsky is a good fight because it is a 50-50 fight. I think because Ron Betsky's got crazy power and stuff. But yeah, what's it to you? Yeah, he should lean into that, man. I wish I had. I'm not that great at making graphics, but I wish I had one that had him like riding a woolly mammoth and had like the Ice Age characters next to him, like him on top of the woolly mammoth from Ice Age, and then like that little squirrel guy, and then the saber-tooth tiger and shit. With Orlabai with them, that's what we need, man. Ron Betsky's gas tank is on E after the walkout. Yeah, dude, he comes in there and he's already heavily compromised. And with these gas prices in the US right now, he's really struggling, I know I think he's from Poland, right? Yeah, but Ron Betsky, he's a good fighter. He's got crazy power, but he's swinging haymakers and he gasses himself out every time. Yeah, that's what happens sometimes when these guys fight a veteran guy in the game. They get tired and then shit hits the fan. Yeah, he's the baby from Ice Age that's all grown up now. Yeah, I fucking knew he looked familiar, man. He's that guy, yeah. But yeah, Ron Betsky, his last fight, I was surprised because I picked him to win, and he disappointed. Yeah, Orlabai is AI. You know what I mean? Send me on my way. That's funny. That should be his walkout song. Dude, I would on it. That'd be one of the hardest laughs that I've ever had in my life if he did that. We need to get this to happen. I need this to happen. Who do I think takes the W, Chimaev or Whitaker? I think Chimaev's going to win. I think Chimaev gets it done. I'll go into why in depth in a video. I'm saving that for a video. Khalil beating Alex or Raquel getting Juliana pregnant. Khalil beating Alex. Did I see the awesome Contender Series? I've watched every Contender Series so far this year. Yes, all the fight. Damn near every single fight has been good. Orlabai versus Roofy. I got Roofy. My walkout song? I don't know, man. I'm not sure. It's actually the instrumental called Cosa Nostra. It's from the John Gotti movie. It's like a hardcore, scary, dark violin. It's like it's good. It's pretty good. It's pretty scary too. I don't know. You predicted upset with the Alex Pereira Rountree fight? Could be. Please tell me how Ludovic Klein dominated Moises and how now they're feeding him Nicholas Mott. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't get it either. Yeah, but don't be picking on Base Goddess, man. Don't be picking on her. Didn't John Gotti's grandson fight Mayweather? Yeah, he did. He did last weekend at a boxing match. Ilya and Hamzat are winning. I'm very confident, even though I'm rooting for Max and Rob. Yeah, I think Hamzat is going to implement a very similar game plan to some of the other guys of what they've done. There's weaknesses in Robert Whittaker that I have found, but I will expose them in a video. So I'm waiting until the video to release that. And I might make that video next week or actually soon, my Hamzat Whittaker video, because I want to get that out there. Rob's in the clear, man. You're in the clear, Rob. Learn Amanda Edie's fish for a lifetime. Tito Ortiz, man. If you want some inspiration, there you go. Tito Ortiz is your man. Let me ask you a question. If Tito Ortiz was running for president, would you vote for him? It would be very MMA for Khalil to win. This is the kind of matchup that breeds an upset. I agree. Nobody's ever mentioned Hamzat versus Fluffy. That's an interesting fight. You just think Whittaker can win if he survives the first two? Yeah, the longer the fight goes out, I think it's going to be a problem. You'd vote for Tito over Biden. So would I. I would vote Tito over Biden. Do you watch college football? Yes, I do. I don't really have a favorite team, though. I kind of just enjoy. But yeah, I like college football. I watch college football a lot. And I play the new college football 25 game. So if anybody wants, to get some sticks in, let me know. Tito is more articulate than Kamala Harris. Yeah. The bus goes here, the bus goes there, because that's what buses do. Dana would be livid if Khalil beats Alex. Yes, he would. They're trying to give him a layup. Fluffy subs Hamzat in round 3 after Hamzat gasses out. Yeah, he's got to fix his gas tank. He's got to preserve his energy a little bit better. Fluffy versus Pereira is so wild, I can't even predict. That's how I feel. I feel like if it's on the feet, Fluffy's in trouble. If Fluffy's able to take him down, Fluffy will do well. Honestly, you think Dana would be mad at Khalil as champ? He's very entertaining. I don't think he would actually be that mad, honestly, because Khalil's a fun fighter. You were delivering flowers today for a job, so I wasn't online all day. Khalil has no chance, maybe like 1% chance with a lucky punch. Got knocked out by Walker and Kudalaba. He's not on Alexa's level. He's still very good, though. The college football thing. What's up, Classy Fist? How you doing? Morning to you. Top of the morning to you. What's up, Jacob? Clemson versus Georgia this weekend. I didn't know that was this weekend. That's a big one. I got to go Georgia, though. I got to go Georgia. 205, everyone has a puncher's chance. Yeah, and there's guys like Poetan, though, that are operating at a very different level in terms of the IQ with the striking. Yeah, someone's getting slept. I agree. Michelle or Fluffy should be fighting Costa, not each other. Well, I want to see Costa back in there. I want to see Costa fight again before the end of the year. Who should Paulo Costa fight? I don't know who he should fight. Him versus Caio Bahalo, but why would Caio fight him? Because he just beat Cannonier, you know? Dana loves Alex making the company all this money. Magomed would not produce that. I think Magomed's a good fighter, though. I think Magomed Ankalaev's exciting. He's a good fighter. And everyone acts like he's some boring grappler. I'm like, he's absolutely a striker. Magomed Ankalaev is a striker through and through. RoboCop or Jack? I think the RoboCop fight would be a banger. Paulo Costa versus RoboCop, that'd be crazy. Shara Bullet versus Costa. Yeah, that's a fight I've been calling for. I want that fight, but I don't know that they're going to do that. You don't see Rountree winning like Smith was able to get some good hits on him in their fight. Yeah, that's true. And again, but also the other thing with Smith is you got to worry about the grappling, but that's what I'm saying. Rountree, he's the Dak Prescott of the light heavyweight division. Costa needs to fight backwards. In the rankings, he's been spoiled with top 5 or with top fights. Yeah, he's 1-4 in his, and I think he's entertaining. I think he's fun to watch. We just got to get him a win. We got to get him a win. Yeah, Alex is always dialed in, man. He's always dialed in. Shara Bullet is overrated. I think he is too. I think he's a good fighter. Don't get me wrong. He's exciting, but someone with good boxing can hurt him for sure. And someone with really good wrestling, obviously. RoboCop versus Bo Nickel. They're not going to give Bo Nickel that fight. They're not going to give him that fight. That's a hard fight. RoboCop's dangerous, man. They're going to give Bo Nichols layup upon layup upon layup. That's a hard fight. RoboCop's a hard fight for him. So, a couple more, man, and then I got to roll out. Bo Nickel is not getting a top 15 until 2030. Yeah. That's how it feels, man. Will O'Malley still be the champ in the new year? Yes. Costa's new style does not suit his skill set. Fighting off the back foot is no good. I know he changed his whole style. I like that he's more nimble, but he's not as aggressive, and I think that hurts him for sure. That definitely hurts for sure. RoboCop called him out. That's crazy. Yeah, they're not going to do that fight, though. That's a hard fight for Bo. They're going to give him a couple more, especially after that Brundage performance. They're going to keep slowly building Bo Nickel, man. So, but I also want to say thank you to everybody who's supporting the channel, man, because I just posted the other day that we hit 2.5, and as of right now, we are at 2,730. So we've got some good growth going on here. So hopefully we can keep it going. So I appreciate it, man. Yeah, man, I appreciate it. Any positivity I can bring. You guys think that this was fun? Dude, wait, I'm telling you right fucking now. All right, before I hop out of here, those of you that missed the beginning of the live stream, I do pretty serious content, and I've tried to open up and be a little more fun these days. I have the funniest fucking tier list I think that MMA YouTube has seen coming out today. It is called the Heinous Anus tier list, and it is the fighters in the UFC that I believe are the gassiest and have the worst fucking farts in the UFC, man. If this video doesn't make you laugh, then I don't know what will make you laugh. I'm telling you, this video is funny as shit. I'm laughing half the fucking video. So it was an idea that I came up with because I looked at the heavyweights and I'm like, they're all, and then in the embedded countdowns, everyone is always fucking dying on the weight cuts, and then they cut to a clip of Derek Lewis eating fucking fast food. They got Tai Tuivasa gorging in some fucking big meal. DC's eating on the broadcast, and some of the UFC executives that you may know, they're on the list. So they weren't, and again, this is all in good fun, but it's a funny list. I think it's fun. So stay tuned. But this is part 1. So I didn't do everyone in this tier list. So if this video does well, I'm going to do a part 2. So, But I appreciate everybody. Everybody, I'm going to drop that thing later today. So I appreciate you all. See you next time.